Hello, I'm Adam Eckstein, a student at the University of Louisville currently taking ELFH 316, Instructional Strategy and Facilitation, and I have a question for you. That is, how important is your vehicle and its maintenance program to you? Would you be more interested if I was to tell you that not only can preventive maintenance checks and services, or PMCS for short, not only save you money, but that it is extremely important in regards to safely operating your vehicle? Today, I will be producing my first instructional video entitled Preventive Maintenance Checks and Services for the Mechanically Disinclined. I cannot speak for you, but if you are a like-minded mechanically disinclined person like myself on cars that are less than 20 years old, nothing is more frustrating than taking your vehicle to the mechanic for an issue that you could have prevented if you'd only done some previous PMCS on your own vehicle in the first place. As a caveat, I must stress that these checks are not a guarantee that your vehicle will not break down as a result of some catastrophic failure, but these checks could help you reduce unnecessary and costly repairs, but most of all, assist you by not operating a dangerous vehicle. This not just benefits you, but also all of us drivers who share the same road with your vehicle. During this video, we will discuss some basic tools and equipment required to perform these checks and the specific areas that you can check on your vehicle, whether you are a shade tree mechanic or a mechanically disinclined one like myself. We will check the underbody and ground inspection for leaks and drips, tires to include the spare if equipped, headlights, tail lights, hazards, and turn signal indicators. Then we will check the windows, windshield, and proper operation of the wipers. And finally, we will do an under the hood inspection to check fluid levels. So let's get right to it and dive in. Pay close attention to leaks from your automobile's engine and drivetrain. Running a vehicle that's drastically low on a vital fluid can cause severe damage. Unless your vehicle has a protective shield under the engine area, here's an easy way to see whether anything is leaking out from under your vehicle. Park your vehicle overnight on a clean patch of pavement, or if possible, a large clean piece of white paper. Newspaper is too absorbent and can change the color of the stains. Place marks on the paper where each of the four wheels is resting and indicate the front and rear ends of the vehicle. In the morning, move the vehicle and look for small puddles or traces of liquid on the ground or paper. After you find the source of the leak, the following information may help you decide whether you can handle it yourself or if you need professional help. Touch and smell each puddle or trace of liquid. If it's clear, watery, and under the air conditioner, it's probably normal condensation if you've used the air conditioner recently. If it's black or dark brown, greasy, and located under the engine area, it's probably oil. Figure out which part of the vehicle was over the spot and then look under the hood or underneath the car if you have to see if it's the oil drain plug, crankcase, or the oil pan. If it's thick, black, or tan oily liquid, gear oil may be leaking from a manual transmission, the differential, or an axle. Any of these leaks needs immediate attention. If it's red, pink, or reddish brown and greasy, and you have an automatic transmission, it's probably transmission fluid. Check the transmission dipstick, and if the level is too low, top it off with the proper transmission fluid. If it's watery or slippery, green, red, blue, or yellow, and coming from underneath the radiator, it's coolant. Check the radiator, pressure cap, engine, and hoses for leaks. If it smells like rotten eggs, it's battery acid. Avoid getting it on your hands or clothes and have the battery replaced. And of course, if it smells like gasoline, it probably is. If the smell is coming from under the hood, check around the fuel pump and the fuel injectors, or the carburetor if your vehicle has one. If the leak seems to be coming from the center of the vehicle, check the fuel lines. If it's under the rear end, check the fuel tank. And remember, don't smoke while you do this. Flat tires are one of the easiest fixes that you'll normally run across. In order to check your tires, you need to have a tire pressure gauge, such as the one seen here. You should check your tires to include your spare for wear and proper tire inflation at least once a month and before and after long trips. Having your tires at the proper tire inflation will ensure that you get the best gas mileage and give you a longer lifespan than tires that are either under or overinflated, which can not only be unsafe, but also be a good determinant in poor gas mileage. To determine whether you need to buy new tires, have your wheels balanced, have your wheels aligned, or change your driving habits, simply read your tire treads for clues, such as if both edges are worn, your tires are underinflated. If the center treads are worn, they're overinflated. If one side is worn more than the other, it's poor alignment. And if the edges of the front tires are only worn, you're probably taking your curves too fast. So just slow down. Checking your head and tail lights shouldn't take any more than 5 minutes by yourself. Turn your lights on and check to see if any of them are burned out. At the same time, check your blinkers, hazard lights, and high beams as well. If any of these are not working, it is best to bring your car to a repair shop. The reason being is that while for older cars it's a lot easier to go and just replace a bulb yourself, some of the newer cars have higher amperages and they also use a high capacity bulb. So in order to not short out your electrical system, if you have a newer car, I would recommend that you take it to a mechanic. A chipped or cracked windshield is not only an unsightly blemish on a car, it can be a major safety issue. Driving with a damaged windshield risks your life and the lives of drivers around you because you are more susceptible to get into an accident. A damaged windshield, or one that hasn't been properly set and glued into place, can pop out during a collision. The windshield also provides structural support for the car, meaning an improperly installed windshield could cause the roof to collapse. So if there's some damage to your windshield or even small chips, please get them fixed for your safety. Your windshield wipers were designed to give you a continual clear view for driving. Without them, you might as well be sticking your head out of the window. An easy way to tell if your wipers need replacing is when you notice they are causing streaks along your windshield. You may also need to do a visual inspection and look for any cracks, tears, or spots where the rubber is pulled away from the frame of the wiper blade. If you see any of these discrepancies, replace your windshield wipers. I made mention earlier that you need to pay close attention to leaks from your automobile's engine and drivetrain. Running a vehicle that is drastically low on vital fluids can cause severe damage. Remember, your car is a big investment. Checking the fluids regularly helps safeguard against breakdown, mechanical damage, and even possible accidents. Learn to check your car's fluids yourself and do it often. Once you get the hang of it, it won't take long. Your owner's manual tells you when fluids must be checked, but this is just the minimum to keep your warranty in effect. Mark your calendar or just check the fluids frequently. I would recommend checking these fluids at every fill-up as an ounce of prevention will pay dividends to you in the long run. First, park the car on a flat, level surface and set the parking brake. Open the hood and you want to check the following engine areas. You want to check the engine oil, transmission fluid, power steering and brake reservoirs, radiator coolant, and windshield washer reservoir. Remember, being proactive is the key. In summary, we discussed some basic tools and equipment required to perform these preventive maintenance checks and services and the specific areas that you can check on your vehicle in order to ensure not only its safe operation for you, but for other drivers around you. We discussed how to check the underbody and how to conduct a thorough ground inspection for leaks and drips. We also talked about the importance of checking your tires, lights, windshield wipers, and what fluids to check under the hood in order to keep your vehicle in good and safe working order. Thank you for your time.